Hey guys, welcome to Culture Shock. I didn't go to California and play Hardline, so they're going to talk about it. Bye.
Let's talk about our adventure.
Who was that?
That was Anthony.
Oh.
He runs this channel.
Good to know.
He's an idiot.
Crack open that beer, sir.
Yeah, like what? 12 o'clock? 1 o'clock in the afternoon?
Barely.
Yeah, it's the only one I'm
Barely.
drinking today.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
The Rockies. We flew over the Rockies.
We flew over the Rockies.
Yeah, we got to go to San Francisco to a Hardline event. They were kind enough to invite us out there.
Yeah.
And we flew over the Rockies, which was awesome. I've never done that in a plane.
Really? You haven't?
Yeah, I've never flown over the Rockies.
it's great.
No, I think
great.
one time I did, but it was cloudy.
It's great. Yeah, and we got to play Battlefield Hardline on PS4 with some of the biggest YouTubers, our friends, the guys that we look up to, and we did fairly well
We
against
owned
those hacks.
Yeah, we owned.
No,
They had no chance.
You know, it's funny. Had that been on PC, we wouldn't have even been out of the menu.
Bottom of the board.
Yeah, no.
The entire time.
Exactly. No, but we had a fantastic time, and we saw some new game modes. What was your favorite?
My favorite new game mode was Blood Money. Yeah. I mean, I already liked Hotwire from the beta.
Yep.
But out of all we played, Blood Money was my new favorite.
Blood Money's my new favorite. Still, Hotwire is my favorite.
Yeah.
That is fast.
Yeah, Hotwire's my
and-
favorite game mode.
And just so much fun to be had.
Yeah, one thing that did surprise us, or surprised me, because none of us knew that the other guys were going to be there, right?
I knew that, it was X Factor, but I knew like
Okay.
a day before. I knew X Factor was going to be there a day
See,
before.
yeah, I had no idea, because we walked in, checked in, and then there's Chowboy and Azzy just
Yep.
sitting there, and we're
Yep.
like, what the fuck are you guys doing here?
Yeah. Two Angry Gamers show up.
Yeah, those guys are great.
And
Floppy.
we met some new guys. Yeah, Floppy Ragdoll.
Yeah,
who, I have to congratulate him on his tremendous work in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory as Charlie.
He does look like Charlie. But he's a good guy.
He is. He's great. I can't wait to see him again and maybe work with him too.
Yeah,
It'll
all
be
those
fun.
guys. Yeah, Matimio, X Factor.
Yeah.
There were so many guys whose channels I watched that
Yeah.
were there. Jack Frags.
Level Cap.
Yeah. I already said that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I thought
You weren't listening.
I was.
So, when Hardline comes out, where do you think Battlefield 4 will be versus Hardline? What do you think the Battlefield landscape's going to look like with these two games out now?
Here's what I think. I think it's going to be split for a little bit, and then you're going to see things start to sway towards the Hardline. I think people are going to warm up to Hardline, even though they're saying, oh, it's DLC or it's like Call of Duty. I think once people actually get their hands on it and play it, they're going to start to warm up to it.
I hope so. From what we played, it felt good. But who knows how the launch is going to go?
Right.
Anthony brought up a point on the beta. Like, we were all able to play that just fine.
And it was open to everyone.
And yeah, it was an open beta, open to everyone, and it played great to me.
Yeah.
I think it would be pretty bizarre if they had a lot of fuck ups in the beginning of this one, just because the beta ran so smooth.
Yeah, everybody goes through growing pains at some point in time,
Yeah.
but the fact that they delayed the release of the game, I think is a good sign. I think
it's a great
they
decision.
wanted to get their shit straight. They didn't want to be a for it. And EA and DICE, I love you and all, but fuck!
Yeah, BF4 was rough. And also, it came almost too soon after BF3.
It did.
I get why they want a Battlefield-related game, franchise game, to come out every year,
Yeah.
but it is unnecessary.
Yeah, we saw posters in there for Battlefield 7 coming next summer. I
I
don't think that's a good
It isn't,
plan.
because what I think you do is you give people franchise fatigue. I mean, like
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed right now, which
Oh,
is like
fuck.
you can't even keep up with it.
No.
There's so many different variations and so many different versions come out that it becomes hard to remember what's going on in the franchise unless you're like a super ultra duper fan. So I mean, I don't want that to happen with Battlefield. Battlefield 3 I enjoyed. Battlefield 4 I always felt sort of so-so towards Battlefield 4, mainly because it felt so similar to Battlefield 3. Thematically and everything, it was just like, okay, it was modern war again, it was tanks, it was soldiers. It was a lot more of the same, just like an upgrade even, but not really.
Do you think maybe to avoid franchise fatigue, space out the DLC a little bit better and provide more of it? And
Yeah, maybe so.
And different modes.
Yeah, I mean, nurture the game longer. I think, like, for any developer out there, like, look at what Rockstar does. They come out with a game and they nurture that game for however many years, and then they introduce a new one. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's a great model. If you have an awesome, like, core game and you can just keep updating it with awesome DLC and stuff that's interesting and stuff the community wants, people will pay for it.
Oh, yeah.
And you can build a business business model around that. But yeah, you don't just want to release a game every year just because, we got to have our franchise out. Like, you're going to do your franchise more damage in the long run because people are really going to lose interest.
Yeah, you're going to oversaturate your content base.
Or you can do like the Rock Band's doing, where they oversaturate and then it goes away and then it comes back 10 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not the businessman. I'm not the guy looking at the numbers and crunching the numbers, because we got to Visceral was kind enough to let us walk around their studio.
Yeah,
their overhead must be fucking ridiculous.
That place is awesome.
Like
it looks very similar to our office.
A hole in the wall.
Yeah. Welcome.
Yeah, so
welcome to luxury.
Yeah, so their overhead alone just must be tremendous.
Yeah, so they have to make money.
You have to understand like the pressure that goes into making a game like that, and I understand why they make the business decisions that they do. But I also say you are going to hurt your franchise in the long run if you're just constantly churning out new games.
Yeah, I think so, but I'm excited about Hardline.
I'm excited about Hardline because thematically it is so different. Like, that was my biggest complaint between 3 and 4 was 4 felt so similar to 3, it could have been the same game to me.
Yeah, and notice how, like, whenever we play Battlefield 4, we gravitate all the time towards conquest. Just conquest, and we stay at the same maps. I could see myself bouncing around from Conquest to Hotwire, to Blood Money, possibly even Crosshair and Rescue every once in a while, because it's VIP. That's what they call VIP.
Crosshair? Oh, we were calling it VIP.
I know, but I've got it. It's fine. But I could bounce around in that one. Maybe not Team Deathmatch. It's fun every once in a while, but I know you don't like Team Deathmatch.
I hate Team Deathmatch.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big fan of the VIP mode and the rescue mode either. I think there's going to be a big sect of people that like that, the competitive gamers. Not my play style. I like vehicles and big open worlds. That's just me.
Yeah. I could see myself every once in a while just saying, you know what? Let me do some rescue.
Now, maybe if we're all together,
yeah,
and it's like, okay, let's play a few rounds, maybe.
Now, Heist. Here's my thing with Heist and I would like to play it. You need to know the maps.
Yeah.
And you need to have a team. You need to have a team that's going to communicate, because and that's when it's going to be fun. That's when it's going to be real fun.
To me, that's when Battlefield is the most fun. Is when we're all together. Like, the only time I really truly have a lot of fun playing Battlefield is when, you, me, all the guys here are in a server together and we're communicating and we're talking to each other, we're telling each other where we're going next. That's when Battlefield's fun.
Yeah.
Because when you work as a team in Battlefield, you can be unstoppable.
Yeah.
If you do it right. And if you're up against another good team, it just becomes a challenge.
And there are times where I do get into a team deathmatch when I don't have anybody to play with, and I still, I have a lot of fun because I'm decent at it.
Yeah, if
you
you still run with your squad.
Yeah, when you run with your squad, you're going to do well. But yeah, the teamwork is
essential.
The most fun for me whenever I'm playing any game that's a multiplayer game.
Yeah, friends and teamwork. I don't want to tell anybody pre-order it yet. Like, don't do that. Like do wait until it comes out and you hear more people's opinion if you're on the fence. Like, we're gonna get it, obviously.
Yeah.
Because I already pre-ordered it.
Anthony's an idiot and he already pre-ordered it.
Oh, I told you.
Well, you're gonna play it too, because we're gonna play it.
No, he's gonna play it.
But I do not think it's not a DLC. It's a full game.
No,
because,
it is a full game.
Because the new modes alone to me are worth it, especially Hotwire.
Yeah.
Hotwire alone, I want to play as much as that as I possibly can.
We are gonna be laughing our asses off playing that game mode.
It's gonna be good. And then the single player, which who knows? Single player in Battlefield games are always sort of like, meh. It's like, it's cool, it's there, but meh.
Yeah.
I hope it's good. Like, from what I saw, it had a Far Cry vibe where you kind of had this open area where you had to infiltrate. You could pick the way you do it.
Yeah.
So
that might be cool.
Yeah, if it's similar to Far Cry in that regards, like, I could see that being a lot of fun, because I enjoyed the way Far Cry handled infiltration of those, objectives and everything. I do wish it were one big open world. I've always wanted to see a Battlefield game that's one big open world, and you have to, like, almost in Conquest, take the objectives, and there's a story wrapped around taking each objective. But I understand why you wouldn't want to do that, because it's hard to add a lot of variety. It's hard to have like a jungle map and a desert map or area when you're contained to an open world.
Yeah, you really have to build a pretty sick world.
Yeah, so I mean, but it can be done. I mean, look what GTA does.
Right.
With their open world, it's got a ton of variety.
Well, that was like something that GTA did. It was like the gang wars, where you had to take over territories of the city.
Yeah.
And it could be something like that in the future if they evolve a bit. So you know,
That's
maybe
what.
it's not
Yeah,
out of
that's
the
what.
question.
That's what I would see. Like, my biggest thing on Battlefield is in the single player game, I want a battlefield, not a hallway. And I've expressed that before. Battlefield, the name itself just sounds big.
Yeah.
Sounds open. And I want something big and open in the single player.
Yeah.
And that's what Conquest does for me in the multiplayer. It's big, it's open, it's got vehicles and all this stuff.
But would you buy a game called Hallway?
No.
No. So they're gonna call it Battlefield, even if it's in a Starbucks.
I want that DLC.
The Starbucks DLC.
Starbucks, yeah.
Hallway DLC.
They had a
closet.
they had a Starbucks in their damn office.
I know.
They but he told us that
What?
story.
What do you mean?
There's
What?
Starbucks?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Zach. Well, Zach, the guy showing us around, his name was Zach.
Zach Mumbach.
Yeah, and he told us the story. Well, apparently all their employees were going across the street to the Starbucks, and the company realized that they could save more money if they just built a Starbucks or had a Starbucks in the office.
Yeah.
We should get that.
Yeah, we'll put it.
No, their
we'll replace
Starbucks
the
was
green
twice
screen.
the size of our office.
It really was. No, it was amazing. No, it's an amazing studio, and just walking around seeing all the sculptures and
Yeah.
everything, it's just like ah.
Yeah, we got pictures next to that Sith Lord
Oh, yeah,
from
that's good.
Knights of the Old Republic.
Yep. There's a big like Titanfall Titan
Yeah.
in there. Wasn't that what it was?
Yeah, I don't know why that's still in there. They should probably start moving that thing out.
Nah. We need to get rid
Aw,
of this.
poor Titanfall.
Titanfall. You were fun for a day.
I'll say this. I know it's not about Hardline, but I compare Titanfall to Fruit Stripe gum because it was great for about 5 seconds and then it just totally lost its flavor. I'm like, Okay, we're done.
I hope Hardline has a good long run.
Yeah.
Like, I know they got a bunch, you can look at the premium edition, they have a bunch of DLC planned. I felt like in Battlefield 4, they did nurture that game, and they are still nurturing that game.
They are.
So, I mean, I do like that they're, for the people that do play the game a lot, there is involvement with the community, like constantly. I hope they do the same thing with Hardline. Because, there's some DLC expansions in Battlefield 4 that weren't even planned. They're just like, oh, we're doing them, right?
I don't
like
know.
the night maps and everything.
Oh, the night maps, yeah, because, the whole thing with the CTE is they're like testing shit out. That's what,
Yeah.
they're going to test it out, they're going to get the feedback, and if it sticks, they're going to put it out there as a DLC.
Yeah,
If
but
it
that's
doesn't-
great.
Oh, no, that's
That's
perfect. That's a
awesome.
great business model.
Yeah,
And
and
I love
yeah.
playing in the CTE, and I'll get in there every once in a while and get wrecked by all the PC Master Race players,
Get
which
wrecked.
I'm joining you guys. Just
Oh,
give
God.
me...
We're gonna go through.
Give me some time.
We're gonna be growing pains. The growing pains there are gonna be hard.
Now, the funny thing is that in Battlefield 4, whenever I get knifed, I just mash the keyboard really fast. Ah! And sometimes it works where I get that reverse knife, and I'm like,
You know,
MLG,
that's
OP. Any more questions?
What you got?
Here you go. Anthony, come in.
No, I'm good. Here, I'm gonna get in the middle.
Come
Okay.
on.
I want to get in the middle. So yeah, that's it. I think you guys are good.
We did a good job?
You did a good job. High five. That way. Yeah, let's try to time that up better. Like,
1, 2, 3.
there you go.
There
Good
it
job.
is.
All right.
Well, thank you guys for talking about Battlefield Hardline.
Yeah.
They're so cool. They got to
this-
go play it in this
I know,
EA, and I'll do the outro spiel. Hey, make sure you like, favorite, comment, and subscribe, and blah 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 blah. No, but seriously, what do you guys think about Battlefield Hardline? What's it gonna do? What's it gonna be? Not you guys, the people out there who are
know.
watching. You know?
Internet
Well, you're
land?
new to this. You don't do
Internet
this
land.
often.
Internet
I know
land.
exactly what you're doing.
I'm
now.
sure you're confused.
What
It's
is
okay.
it?
He's
I'm
lost.
old and confused.
What
But,
does
um,
Internet Land think?
Let us know what you think, guys.
Internet Land.
All right, end the show somehow. Do something funny. I don't know.
Who's the king of Internet Land?
Who's the king of it?
PewDiePie.
Oh, PewDiePie.
Is it Pretty Purr?
Here's PewDiePie.